Thanks for the invitation. My involvement with the Impact Project and with the training and so on would have gone back to, I think, 2015 when a group of us uh, were selected as a beginner group to look at the training as CVQ assessors for butchery level 2. We would have gone through some training under the guidance of um, John Leacock and some other individuals into learning how to assess. Yes, we were involved in delivering training and lectures and stuff like that, but getting involved in assessing um, practically as opposed to, usually we would set exams and have persons write answers and judge them based on that. But having now to deal with butchers and those persons working in slaughter plants and stuff like that is a different kind of animal altogether.
No pun
Um,
intended.
so you're now moving away from purely theoretical and academic involvement to actually now assessing people in their workplace. And it was it was it's a very, very eye-opening um, experience. It was extremely rigorous because you are looking at accrediting a profession that can stand up to some level of scrutiny. Be that as it may, that was one part. The other part would have started would have been doing the actual practical assessing, where we would have gone to various work sites and stuff like that to see the candidates. Now, butchery and these level two butchery, the modules and so on, there were 19 modules. There's a lot of modules, ranging from basic calculations and first aid and so on, to other modules now dealing with the actual slaughtering and killing of animals. And it was rather interesting to see, you know, women actually who have probably never involved themselves at the slaughterhouse stage, having to stun animals and to bleed animals and to actually kill. And to see people who have never been in a slaughterhouse before, who have never had the opportunity to, to do this kind of stuff. It was something to behold, to see, persons fearful, but having to overcome that fear of a large animal, to actually go and use the equipment in the slaughterhouse, like stunning and, and so on. So we see persons, mature before your eyes. Some young people, getting the skills and stuff like that. To actually do some processing animals and stuff like that. But also too, we had slaughterers who probably have never went into things like meat fabrication and the boning of meat and stuff like that. So you were those persons were exposed to another set of skills and another set of equipment and stuff like that. And in addition, we also see that especially one or two females who would have benefited substantially in their own operation. We had a lady, she operates at Six Roads, and she would have done the butchery, a young woman. And what we observe is that we observe her growing from strength to strength, maturing before your eyes, going into the packaging, dealing with customers, because within the modules, all of those things were involved. And you see young people, moving from one stage to another stage, and they are, I mean, exceedingly fascinated about this thing, and very, very, very curious, and not they attended to the lectures. They also attended to the practicals as well. We've seen them gone to people's farm and farmers, livestock farmers, letting them into their farms to do the oral and administering injections and stuff like that. Farmers welcoming, these persons. So what we saw was the agricultural sector, especially in the livestock sector, coming together to work with the program, exposing and taking time out to deal with, the candidates and so on. And the candidates were really pushing you to get the assessment because they see the certificate, this qualification as something that they would have never have gotten before. And this is something that was discussed many, 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 many years ago, that butchers in Barbados, even though they might have 20, 30 years experience, never having a certificate, never having a qualification that they can go somewhere and say, okay, I am a master butcher, I'm a level 2 butcher, I'm a level 3, whatever the case. If they had to go, I've known some that they've been overseas, and all that they would have had to indicate to the person if they want to work in a plant that, okay, I spent X amount here, but there was never a certificate or qualification that they could show people that they are qualified and they have the experience and they have the skills. And that was what was the driving factor for them. That they've been asking for it for a number of years and they've been pursuing this. And finally, you have a situation where that they do not have to probably go back in the classroom because they may have been experienced, but they don't have to go back in the classroom, but they can have an assessment on their job. And when you observe how they perform, you can see that the level of skill and expertise that they demonstrated was far, 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 far beyond even what the assessment and what the modules were. And you can see that they took many of the younger persons who may not have been there and showed them. They even they trained some of the assessors as well. We had to learn from them. So, so the whole project, from my one part, and speaking to some of the butchers, I know for a number of years that this was what they have been asking for 15, 20, or 30 years. And it is to the benefit of the institution, ICA, and those in the Impact Project, that the butchers finally, whether they be in the private sector, whether they be in the government sector, that they have a qualification and a certificate that can stand up to some sort of rigor. And that is what I'm very proud of, to be part of that process. And as we were in some respects, like, you don't want to say guinea pigs, but we were the first of the group to do it. And and many butchers up to now at supermarkets are asking, when is this going to start again? Because they want to get their butchers qualified, certified, because they recognize that the benefit of this practical training, that the end result is a butcher that is an asset to the organization. And that's all we're going to have to say. And thank you very much.